I am live, and I'm not 100% prepared. I'm gonna hook up this microphone, and I will wait for people to show up. No one's probably gonna show up. It's Friday night. No one cares. What are you gonna do on a Friday night? I don't know. I'm gonna watch a 39-year-old man open up some toys. That sounds like a great idea. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna tweet this link out. No one is here. Into the live chat. Someone's here. Let's see. Say hello in the chat. Let's see. Ronaldo, what's happening, my man? What's shaking? Thanks for popping in. Just give me 1 second. I'm tweeting out this link to see if I'll get any bites on Twitter to join. Share Twitter. Should probably figure out the streaming on Twitch thing. I can barely live stream on YouTube. How you doing tonight, Ronaldo? Rolando, I'm sorry. My apologies. The name is right there. I'm live. Come and hang out. Not too bad. If you hear meowing in the background, that is a kitten on the other side of this door who would like to be all up in my business just because I'm on the internet. So I don't know if anybody or you have had a chance to watch. I had a massive toy hunt video that I just kind of uploaded. It was over 2 weeks. I just kind of Frankenstein the two videos together to make one massive one because I'm thinking I'll probably give it a rest for the rest of the year. All cats are like that. I have 3 of them, but the kitten is the worst when it comes to. No, I did. I went and I started to film at a toy show, and when I left, I felt like I didn't have enough footage for one whole video, so I was like, all right, I'll hold on to it, and I will I'll go on another toy hunt and Frankenstein the two together. So that's what I did, and I put it out, and I'm like kind of surprised. Like I thought, I don't know, I did a Black Friday toy hunt, and that thing got over 1,000 views, and I don't know what I did, if just the idea of a Black Friday toy hunt video is what the masses want to see or what. But I put this video out, and it ended up doing over 1,000 views, which for me, I mean, my channel is incredibly small. Like I'm not even monetized. Like I've less than 1,000 subscribers is what I'm rocking with. But I'm very thankful for all the 603 subscribers that I currently have, or 630. I'm sorry. But I didn't think that it was going to do that kind of crazy numbers with over 1,000 views. And I thought, oh well, hopefully that trend will continue, and I'll put out some other videos. And I did put out like a little funny unboxing video that I did for the Father Christmas figure, which was like a joke video, and I thought that would get some views, and it hasn't even hit 100. I haven't seen your 45. Yeah, I'm not really in the business of putting out 45-minute videos very often, but I figured, you know what, end of the year, YOLO. So Destination Stone, what's happening? Thanks for dropping in. Still need to open mine. Man, I've got it right here, and I'm about to open this bad boy. Something's loose in mine. I've been sitting on it for about a week now, and I was trying to get a few things done. I got this in the mail Wednesday of last week, but I knew that I was going on a toy hunt the Saturday after, and I was trying to save the closed box for the haul portion So when I filmed the haul portion of the video, but also wanted to do the little funny joke video that I did for this one. If you haven't seen it yet, it's only like 2 minutes long. It's one of the two recent videos. So uh, I had to sit on it and wait to open this, and then by the time I filmed the haul portion and edited the two videos and put them up, like I didn't want to open and have fun with any of this stuff. Like I was just kind of tired of looking at it. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up. I also have uh, Mr. Red Krampus right here, which I did open up because I ended up getting him a little bit earlier. Also, I want to give a shout out to Four Horsemen and whoever they're doing to do or getting to do the art on these things are fantastic. And I also love these little magnetized uh, diorama pieces. So, but Destination Zone, I feel that, man. Yeah, I had stuff from between. Geez, I had stuff that I bought on Black Friday, that I ordered on Black Friday, that I ordered all weekend leading up to the Monday after, and I had just stacks of stuff, and I was looking at it and I was like, I don't even want to open it. Like it just looks so intimidating. Like, I don't even care anymore. But I slowly started to open things and I started to take pictures of them and put it on my Instagram. Going to get that Red Krampus tomorrow from Needless Toys and Lincolnton tomorrow. Man, let me tell you, I've been hearing fantastic things about Needless Toys from Man Cave Collectibles. His channel. His channel is actually the first channel that I heard talk about Needless Toys. And then the week before Thanksgiving, my buddy Richard and I, and a couple of other friends, Glenn and Mandy, we went to that South Carolina Greenville Retro Toy Con, and they were there. And I didn't see a big sign for them, but we had just so happened to like go in their booth, and everything was priced so like fantastic. Like it was all their Mythic Legions were only like 40 or $50. They had all the new NECA Turtle stuff, and they were only selling it for like 34, 35, $36. Like everything was at retail or cheaper than retail. And I was taken aback because at these retro toy cons, I mean, that's a lot of people's opportunity to mark those suckers up 5, 10, $15, and these guys didn't. And I thought that that was really cool of them. So if I'm ever in that area, I would love to visit Needless Toys. It's a great store, great people, great. Yeah, I agree. Great people and great prices. My buddy Richard ended up getting a Storm Collectibles Tekken figure, and I think he got it for like $5 cheaper than retail at a toy convention, which I mean that's almost unheard of. They're an official Mythic Legions retailer, so they can. Oh, nice! That's awesome. Uh, I know that like Four Horsemen are really kind of um, wishy-washy. Not wishy-washy. That's the wrong word. I guess very selective of who gets to be an official retailer, and I think that that is awesome. And Siri, go away. Don't. There we go. But I got this red Krampus, and I think this looks fantastic. I have the other Krampus, the black Krampus, which was my first Mythic Legions or Four Horsemen figure. So that black Krampus, it's on my shelf over here, but it's the reason why I started buying all of these. Walter Grahams, what's happening, my man? How you doing, man? Long time, uh, not hearing from you in a while. How you doing, man? Thanks for popping in on the chat. Did you order any of the trolls from the All Star Wave? I'm waiting to get my all in to ship. I did not get any of the trolls. I have yet to get any of the larger troll figures. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I guess the one that has been released that I would like would be the Archimedes, which is just the giant Cyclops. But I haven't done any of the troll figures just yet. Missed out on the Black Krampus. That's a great. Yeah, it's hold on, let me grab him real quick because he's on display over here and I'll do like a comparison shot. Oh, so I got the black Krampus right here. I was actually in Disney World last year whenever this dropped, and I remember my wife and I, we were there on vacation. It was a Saturday morning, and we were having breakfast at the Port Orleans French Quarter food court because I wanted to get those beignets. And my buddy Jeffrey uh, texted me and said, "Hey man, you might want to hop in on this," because I had been talking about wanting a Krampus figure, but didn't know of any that were available. And it just so happened that like a week later, Four Horsemen announced this one, and I was like, "Oh well, I got to buy this." So I bought it. I just was like going for it. So I jumped in on it, snagged it. My only critique, I don't, it's not even a complaint, it's a critique. And I know it has a fix, is that the tail port on the back of his butt is not that great, and so I can't really put the tail in this one without either stressing the tail or stressing the socket that it goes in. So he just kind of has to be tailless. But I have noticed that this guy has a bigger port hole or peg hole, um, butthole. I don't know, for the tail, and he's able to it's able to pop in a lot easier. The boom boom hole, yeah, yes, the boom boom hole. I listen, not my words, but you know what? If the shoe fits, right? So I haven't taken any of the accessories out, although I can hear the bells, and I'm assuming I haven't even opened his 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 I guess sack or backpack or whatever, uh where all the naughty children get put into. Um so I'm assuming it's the same stuff that came with the black Krampus, just for the red Krampus. Yep. Two skulls and two skeleton hands. So we'll leave that in there. I don't want to take that out. I swear, if I let one of my cats in, they're gonna chew on this shit, and I don't want that. So, have any of you had any fun pickups lately? I do want to go to Needless Toys. Now that you're saying it, like I kind of want to. I kind of just want to go. Oh, check this out. Hold on. I have this on my desk too. I don't have a good place to put it yet, but I got this in the mail, and I was going to do an unboxing video for this. I'm not an unboxing video kind of guy, um, but I'm not opposed to them. And I was going to do an unboxing video for this guy, but I was just too excited and eager to take him out and play with him. So I did. I backed the HasLab, the Transformers Star Saber Victory, the Victory Saber HasLab, and man, from getting this guy out of the box and transformed and photos taken and everything, I think I started at 6:30, and I think I ended. Oh no, I dropped something. Um, I ended the taking them out of the box and getting them all set up like at 9:30. So just for 3 hours, I was just messing around with this figure. It's fantastic. It was worth every single penny. I actually, this was a treat yourself figure because in 2020 I was laid off from my career job, and it took me a year to kind of hop back into my career field. And when I did, they announced the HasLab. So this was kind of like a treat yourself, like, hey, um, go ahead and do it. Treat yourself, just do it. Just so I did, and I got it, and it's fantastic, and it was worth the wait, and it was worth the money. And I backed the Deathsaurus as well, the companion piece to this guy, and it was a successful HasLab, and I got charged for it, and I'm just gonna have to patiently wait for fall. But these two are gonna look fantastic on the shelf next to one another. So I'm getting crazy notifications. All right. Let's open this Father Christmas. That's what you guys came for, right? You guys want to open this Father Christmas? Let's do it. Let's do it. The Krampuses can watch. The Krampuses, the Krampii, the Krampusen. What's the plural of Krampus? All right. Put this right there. Let's get that shot of that in the front of Father Christmas. Also, I'm a big fan of Christmas mythology. I actually wrote back when I was doing my undergrad. My degree is in world history and cultures, and I was doing my undergrad, and I was taking a class called The Origins of Great Traditions, and everybody was writing about a religion or some kind of custom, and I thought it'd be really fun to write about a holiday. So I was originally going to write about the origins that make up modern Halloween, but I just thought everybody's doing Halloween. Like Halloween was kind of having this big resurgence in 2010, 2011, something like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do Christmas. So I wrote my paper on Christmas, and I've just been fascinated by Christmas mythology ever since. So that is the Father Christmas figure. I like that long beard. There's the shorter beard version. I know that there were a lot of people. I'm in that Mythic Legions Cabal Facebook page, and I know that when the figure was announced, there was a lot of people that were really bummed that it was just a Father Christmas, that it wasn't some kind of crazy Norse Odin inspired like Santa barbarian Viking figure. And while that would have been cool, I like the fact that they went actual mythology. Like they went European folklore mythology, not some kind of like exaggerated potential Viking deity. I love that figure so much. I want an extra long beard head for a custom of. Dude, that would be perfect. Actually, I say, man, see if you can get one. That would be fantastic. So there is the artwork on the inside. And then again, whoever like the person that Mythic Legions and Four Horsemen is hiring to do the artwork for these backdrops, they deserve a pay raise because these backdrops are fantastic. I really, really loved the Headless Horseman one. And I definitely picked that up. I'm really glad I did. I almost didn't, and I knew I was going to regret it because Legend of Sleepy Hollow is my favorite short story. Also did a project on the Legend of Sleepy Hollow whenever I was in college. It was for an English class. I was actually taking an English class that was themed around Anglo-American ghost stories. I loved that. Love that class. I'm a ghost story guy. Like when it comes to horror, ghost stories are my jam. Hauntings, whether it's a real life ghost story, or if it's just a fictitious ghost story, or if it's just folklore or mythology, like man, ghost stories are my jam. So I had to get the Headless Horseman. And once again, if you hear a kitten in the background, I had to close the door because the kitten will come in and knock everything down because she is what I like to call a chaos gremlin. So she will just knock everything over. Let's see. Had to pass on the Headless Horseman because we were saving for Legion's Con. LOL. I want to get one eventually, though. Buddy, I would not be surprised if it gets some form of reissue. Like maybe if they do like the single figure instead of like the figure and the horse, and maybe you might have to customize a horse later on down the line. But I have a feeling that the Headless Horseman will get some kind of he will ride again, if I may. All right, let's see. Is this taped right here? So about the Headless Horseman. It was a Saturday release, and I was actually saving money because that day we were having a toy swap. So up in North Georgia, in the town of Powder Springs, which is probably like 40 minutes north of the city, 30 minutes north of the city, depending on how fast you drive, I guess. We have a bi-monthly toy swap, and it's free. It's in the parking lot of this antique store, and vendors just set up, and there you never know what you're going to see at this thing. There's tons of vintage things, there's tons of modern things, and it's just really all over the place. I've had very good luck finding vendors selling newer figures for retail that I just couldn't find on the pegs. Anyway, we were going to that toy swap, and I brought $150 cash with me because I never know what I'm going to find. And I said to myself, if I get there and I do one lap and I don't find anything, then this $150 will go towards the Headless Horseman. So I did a lap and I didn't see anything I wanted and said, okay, that's it. It's time to buy. So I pulled my phone out, and by that time, the first wave had already sold out. But I know that I knew that they were doing the 8 p.m. drop. So I said, you know what, that's it. 8 p.m. I'm doing it. So I did, and I don't regret it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's see. I've been hearing stories that this trumpet can potentially break, so I'm going to take that out last. How was Legion's Con, man? I feel like I feel like your video popped up on my feed, and I made a mental note to watch it, and then I got busy at work, and I didn't get a chance to. There's the Christmas tree that I don't know. I guess he just kind of like pulled a Clark Griswold and just yanked it up by the roots. Christmas tree. Oh man, that's nice. I'd like to get some more of those for a diorama. So we'll put that right there. Oh, it sheds. There is a snare drum with a chain and a belt hook. It was amazing, man. One of the best times I've ever had. So I have some friends that live up in Jersey, and he's not a Legions guy, but he has a lot of friends that are Legions guys. And he was going, and he asked if I could, or if he wanted me to pick anything up for me. There is the little toy elf. That's really cool. I like the nice green and red stripes and those cherry dotted cheeks there. Anyway, so he was asking if I wanted him to pick anything up for me, and at first I was like, "Nah, dude, don't go to the trouble." Like, he was gonna go to hang out with a friend. I didn't want to make him work while he was going to hang out with friends. And he's like, "Dude, it's no trouble. I'm gonna be waiting in line for because his friend wanted to go and get an exclusive anyway, so he was gonna be waiting in line regardless." So I was like, "All right, well, if you're gonna be in line, I would not mind getting the Forgotten One figure." Or the unknown. Was it the unknown one or is the forgotten? It's the big dude with the demon wing. So he picked that up for me, and it's once again over on this shelf over here. So I was able to get that figure, and it looks fantastic. I like the burnt maroon, the dark burnt maroon that you don't really, those colors you don't really see in the pictures. It's something that like really pops when you have it right in front of you. Come on, Santa. Boom. So there is the short beard Santa. I do like that mustache. I am a big fan of the not quite a handlebar mustache, but a nice swoop. It's what I kind of strive for, but I don't pull it off very well. So let's go ahead and get this dude untangled out of his plastic cave. It was amazing. One of the best times I've ever had. Yeah. think that this also has a soft goods robe on it. Something about soft goods that I think make an action figure really pop. There's a couple of custom soft goods websites that I have saved in my internet browser library that do capes for Marvel Legends and DC figures, and just they really kind of give those figures that extra oomph. So I picked that up. Oh no, Santa's head fell off. We'll come back to that later. But they're fairly inexpensive, 15 to 30 bucks. But if a wired cape for a Marvel Legend can give it that much extra oomph, then man, I'm definitely gonna pick that up. So there's actually I have the Dragul Mythic Legions figure that was based off of the Masters of the Universe Hordak, and the one of the websites, I can't remember which one it is, actually has like a Hordak cape with the Horde symbol on it. So I think I'm gonna order that. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, he is awesome. I got both the exclusives and a few others. Oh, what you were wanting. Excellent. I had to keep my eyes on the prize of just the forgotten one or the unknown one. I keep forgetting which one it's called. I could probably just look and see. Whatever. You know which one I'm talking about. So I was tempted to buy. Oh no, I take that back. I actually did. I did buy something else. He also picked up the. Is it Aether or Arthur? It's whatever their Horsemen of War is. Because I had the Alithia and I have the Poxus on pre-order, but so I was like, he picked that one up for me because that one is starting to get hard to find, and I didn't want to pay $80 from somebody on the Facebook page. Unknown one. Okay. I don't know why I keep saying forgotten one. I guess let's see. There is a little piece of wood there. Let me get all these accessories out. So there's one of his holly headbands. A second holly headband. I'm assuming these are both the same thing. Looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, there's two of them, both the same thing. I do like them. Let's see. We have his hood. His very Saint Nicholas inspired hood. His Sinterklaas hood. Let's see. What do we do next? Let's do his satchel of toys right here. It's got a candy cane, a bear, a lion, a toy soldier. Here's some paint rubbing on whatever that little canteen is. And there's a book. What else do we got? We have Santa's toy bag. We have the base for the tree, which I'm assuming is what this little log goes in. Yeah, let's do this real quick. And then I will place this in here. Man, this tree sheds. I don't want to force it, so that's what we got. That's what we got. That's what we're working with. That's what we'll have to deal with for the time being. And last but not least, his walking cane, which is fantastic because the lantern can hang from it. And I think this looks really good. That'd be really cool if like maybe I could get an LED in there to make it look like it's lit. I'm not that fancy, so I probably won't do that. I will watch somebody else do it and then go, hey, that looks really cool. And then I will not do it because I'm lazy. Also, I know my skill level. Who am I trying to fool? All right. The trumpet can stay in there. I'm not gonna mess with the trumpet. I don't want to accidentally break it. But let's check out Mr. Mr. Christmas himself. Let's see that nice, fluffy, flowing. Ooh, it's very nice and soft. That like almost velvety, uh, velvety coat. That long beard. Let's put one of these on him. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That nice holly wreath on his head. Let's see. Maybe I had it upside down. I don't think it really matters, but come on. I get it. I get it on, and then whenever I move my finger, I accidentally hit it, knock it off. There we go. That looks really good. I've been doing my best not to watch other unboxing videos for this thing, just because I wanted to have just the fun of opening my toys before Christmas myself. So actually, I see actual working pockets where you can slip this little guy in there. I guess that can be his buddy the elf. I wonder if smiling is his favorite. Let's see. They always knock it out of the park with their stuff. No, I agree. Like I've not purchased a Mythic Legions figure that I haven't enjoyed. I have a handful of them now, and I've been very happy with all of them. So my first Four Horsemen figure was the Black Krampus, but my first Mythic Legion figure, I actually bought two. My first two Mythic Legion figures were the skeleton warrior and the Wheatus figure or the Vetus, or however you want to pronounce it. I always say Wheatus because Latin V's are pronounced as W's, so I always say the character's name is Wheatus. Um, oh man, look at this metal hooks in the jacket. That is bonkers. That is quality right there. Also, can we just point out the fact that who else was expecting another Figure Obscura release like a month and a half after the Headless Horseman figure was released? I wasn't, and whenever it was announced, like I didn't hesitate to order one of these. Like I got my order in like within the first 5 minutes or so, and I'm glad I did. I know this figure like this from the second round ended up hanging out for quite a while. It took almost like I don't know, like 3 or 4 days for it to completely sell out. But um, I don't know why people are sleep or slept on this figure because it's really good. Let's see. So we have some this almost like chocolate brown under or plastic that he's molded in, and we have this purple tunic that is under. Let's see. So we've got Santa is armored. This dude is ready for action. Let's see here. And I know this is supposed to be Father Christmas and not Santa Claus. Um, but I do find it interesting that he is on a slender body and not more of a bulkier body. Let's see, he's got that ab, not the ab, but the torso twist. He's got the single joints. I mean, they all have single joints, but he's got a neck extension, I believe, is what the Four Horsemen guys said. Let's see. Loosen up some of these joints here. First Legion was the Goblin Builder back in February from that ISS sale. Now I have 3 shelves of them. Man, I'm on my way. And the thing is, whenever I got them, I was like, I'm gonna get the Vetus figure or the Wheatus figure because my era of study whenever I was in college was um, ancient Mediterranean, so like that, classical Greek, and classical Mediterranean and whatnot. And he just looked like a hoplite. I mean, he looked like a hoplite, but he also had like a lot of Roman decorations on him as well. But I thought he looked close enough to a Greek hoplite, and I was like, that's the dude. And then I always want a band of skeleton warriors, so I was always trying to find skeleton warriors. So I picked those up, and then I ended up getting a few from the same friend who picked up that Legion's Con exclusive for me. Ended up picking up a Dragul and one of the Minotaur figures for me. I think I'm digging the smaller, the shorter beard Santa. This I don't know, like it just looks that looks really weird with just the armor. So I'm gonna put him back in his Father Christmas garb here. Did not see that coming at all. I'm very curious. I know a lot of people were joking around in the Cabal page, saying that, uh, "Oh, who's next? The Easter Bunny?" And I was like, "Man, like I know a lot of people made that joke. I didn't. I personally, I didn't think it was a funny joke, but because I thought it was a dig at the at this figure and what the Four Horsemen were trying to do with this figure. So, but I would like to see more um, more mythological creatures. I think I did one. Everyone was doing like their wish list post. There's another Facebook page that's just for the figure obscura. That's a figure obscura cabal that the guy who runs the Mythic Legions cabal started it as well. So and everyone was throwing around like their wish list of what they would like to see, and I would like to see the Louisiana Rougarou, which would I think would be cool because they have the main parts already, so they would just have to craft like a werewolf esque head, which I think would be pretty cool. People can be dumb. I just ignore it. Yeah, dude, I try to ignore it too. I try to, at the end of the day, I think the figures are fun, and I think, and also, man, like, buddy, like, I know a lot of people call these things collectibles, but this is a toy. It's plastic. It's meant to be played with. There's a reason that a lot of thought goes into the articulation and how these things can be posed, and had just it's we're supposed to have fun with these things. So I think it's crazy how people get really up in arms about just hunks of plastic. They're there for us to enjoy, and if somebody like nothing pisses me off more when somebody is very critical of a toy and he's like, "Oh, that's hot garbage," and I'm like, "Ah, dude, you're not somebody I want to hang out with and talk with if that's the attitude." So, um, but no, I thought the maybe doing like the Louisiana Rougarou would be really fun. And I was trying to think of like other figures that have like literary figures or people in that existed in real life that have like nice mythologies surrounding them. And yeah, it'd be cool to get like a Beowulf or a Grendel figure for these things. But I would love to see I'm trying to get this belt back on. Jeez, this is ridiculous. I'm sure it's a user error. So, um, I would like to see or Figure Obscura do a take on Robert Johnson, the bluesman Robert Johnson, because he has all the mythology about how he sold his soul to the devil to play guitar. I think it would be cool if maybe he came in a 2-pack with one of those upcoming um, Necronomicus Legion builders that have like the ghost parts. Maybe do like a translucent demon and have him have an acoustic guitar so that he can tune and then play a chord and then hand it back to the Robert Johnson figure. And then Robert Johnson would have like this cool pinstripe suit and a big wide brim hat, and he'd also have a head swap with he'd have one head with just white eyes because there were a lot of people who claimed that he would whenever he would play his eyes would roll back in the back of his head, and you would just kind of see the whites of his eyes. So I think having a head swap with just the with no pupils would be really badass. So I'm also a big blues guy, so maybe it's just wishful thinking of trying to get an action figure of a Delta bluesman just to cross off my list. All right, I think I finally got this hooked. It took me about 5 minutes. We're gonna go with the short head or the short beard for Father Christmas. Let's see. Oh, he looks angry for some reason. You think Sasquatch is coming eventually? I think Sasquatch is coming eventually too. And I'm not opposed to a Sasquatch figure obscura, but I think I would rather a Yeti or an abominable snowman. I think would be really cool. And he can be like the bigger, was like the ogre size, like the 9-10 inch ogre sized figure. I think would be really really cool. I always thought Odorous from Gore. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think all the guys from Gore would probably make a really solid Mythic Legion figure. All right, so we gave him one of his Holly headbands. We will put this little guy in his pocket. I think we're gonna hang. Oh, you know what? I should probably put this on first. I probably should have put this on before I put his head on. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, Santa. Sorry, buddy. So we are gonna place this right on here. What if we got a Ziggy Stardust? A Cosmic Legion Ziggy Stardust to tie into to the Cosmic Legion stuff for the we can do a Ziggy Stardust figure obscura. All right, so we're gonna take the belt clip for the. You know what? We're not gonna do that. It took me 5 minutes to put that damn belt on, and I don't feel like messing with it again in case it accidentally pops off. I would buy multiple Ziggy Stardust. I would too. David Bowie is a um, top tier musician, actor, just all around. Love him, love him. I actually had a cat named Ziggy Stardust, and he did have a blue eye and a green eye like David Bowie had. So that kitty cat is no longer with us, unfortunately, much like the actual David Bowie is no longer with us. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put this guy on. Don't know. Oh, it's probably no. Oh, that's weird. Gonna have to clip that on. Looks like I'm gonna have to clip it on and then put the head on. So I've already taken the head off like 2 or 3 times. I don't even want to mess with it right now. But let's give him his staff. Someone needs to make musician figures like, dude. All right, so let me tell you something. I'm a big music guy. I back in my 20s, like I've always wanted to like be in a band, and it just never happened for me. And that's fine. But as far as like action figures go, I would spend an ungodly amount of money on musician action figures. Like there's that Elton John figure that NECA has out right now, and I want it. I just don't have a place to actively put the big piano, and I would love to have that figure. A big one for me would be a Prince action figure. Bonus points is if McFarlane does one and he does a Prince from the Bat Dance music video where he's half Joker and half Batman. I would love a figure of that. That is a top 5 figure I would love to own. But I would like, I know back in the day, McFarlane did all those Beatle figures from Yellow Submarine, and he did the Beatles cartoon figures. I would love like a realistic set of pre Sergeant Pepper Beatles, just have them with all their, John with his Rickenbacker, Paul with his Hofner bass, just all of them with their instruments. I would love that. Uh, David Bowie, obviously, I would love a Ziggy Stardust. Man, I would spend a Michael Jackson figure. I know that Figuart, I think it's Figuarts. I know somebody at some point in time did three Michael Jackson figures. There was a Thriller, there was a Smooth Criminal, and then there was another one. I can't remember exactly what the third one was. But now they're just like super hard to find. I know that they bootleg them all the time over in other parts of the world, but um, I would love like a good solid Michael Jackson figure. I know Super Seven has been doing like Super Seven. Just They announced the Lemmy figure from Motorhead, which I want to get, but man, I'm just like so wishy washy on Super Seven right now. Like I have the Super Seven Turtles, the Ultimate Turtles, and the Bebop and the Rocksteady, but I wanted to dive in on the Ultimate Disney stuff. But I'm just hearing that they're not that great. Like they don't look good set up, and the articulation just isn't that great. And which is a bummer because there's a bunch of the other Ultimate stuff that I want, and I don't want to risk dropping $55 on something that's just going to have massive QC issues. So unless that price gets knocked down to like 35 or $40, I might hold off and wait to see if NECA gets really cool license, because I think NECA continuously puts out um, ace work. So regret not ordering this, buddy, Jonathan. One, thank you for dropping in on the live stream. Second, why didn't you get him, man? He's so cool. Look at him. Look at him. He just wants to sneak down your chimney and leave presents under your tree. That's not an innuendo for anything. That's what he really does. That's his thing. I mean, you're gonna have to leave milk and cookies out for him, but you know, also, for the two of you that are watching, Destination Stone, go check out Nostalgia Unbox channel. In Nostalgia Unbox, go check out Destination Stone's channel. Music is life, man. Tom Waits would be something I would absolutely love. My favorite buddy, dude. How can you not like Tom Waits? Tom Waits is fantastic. I So as far as like me and music, my first the first music I remember getting into was the grunge scene. But then shortly after that is whenever I discovered the Beatles. And then that's whenever my entire like taste in music changed. I was like, oh no, like the Beatles are like they're to this day they're still my favorite band. And I know that's like really cliche to say, but I think they're a lot of people's favorite band for a good reason. So my first like love is British invasion stuff, like that, like stuff from Liverpool and London. So like the Beatles, the early Stones, like the Brian Jones era Stones, is just like top notch to me. I love the Kinks. I love even like a lot of the other Mersey beat bands that were playing with the along with the Beatles that no one really they didn't have a lot of longevity, like Freddie and the Dreamers and Jerry and the Pacemakers. Like all those bands are fantastic, but like a lot of those mod bands from the 60s, like the Foundations and the Small Faces are a really big one for me. That's all like my first love. Like all those British invasion mod rock bands are just my first love. But at heart, I feel like I'm just so drawn to the Delta blues and like the Charlie Pattons and the Sun Houses and the Robert Johnsons and the Book of Whites and the Blind Lemon Jeffersons and the Lead Belly, like all that stuff is just I don't think music gets much better than that stuff. I would love a Sam Cooke action figure. If somebody did a Sam Cooke action figure, I'd throw good money at that. Let's see. I would like some. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix would be good. I think Jimi Hendrix, obviously, Jim Morrison from The Doors, Janis Joplin, which I have a Janis Joplin story, which I might explore at some point later on this channel. Um, but like a lot of the heavy hitters, I would actually, you know what? I want a set of monkeys figures. Give me all of the monkeys in action figure form, and I would buy them. I've been wanting a Super 7 figure. I don't have any yet. They look amazing. NECA's been doing great, though. I'm all about their Predators. So, actually, Destination Stone, if you want to check out Nostalgia Unboxed videos, he has a lot of opinions about uh, Super 7, which I actually very much agree with. So they're all I think his opinions are very good on the quality of the Super 7 stuff. I think Super 7 is putting out really cool ideas, but man, I think the idea is cooler than the finished product. Um, I would one I would recommend going checking out Jonathan's channel at Nostalgia Unboxed for some info before you dive in. Again, I have the four turtles and the Bebop and the Rocksteady, and I like them. I like them because they're representative of the original toys from the Playmates toys from the late '80s, early '90s. But that's kind of where it stops. Like I'm not diving in to any of the other figures because I just hear nothing but horror stories of joints being really loose, joints popping off whenever you're trying to pose them, poor articulation, and at some on some accounts on some of the Disney figures, when you do a head swap, like the peg, like the ball joint on the peg, just coming off with the head. So I don't know until I feel like I hear their quality kind of starts to get up, get, blah, blah, blah. I can speak English, I promise. I until their quality improves, I think I'll probably sit out on Super 7 and just wait for NECA to do cool stuff. Let's see. That's $60 after I customize all my stuff. Just kidding. Yeah, it was like I think it was like $68 shipped too. So like I get it. And it stuck around for a minute. I'm surprised it stuck around as long as it did. Um, But see, will do. Just sub my dude. Hey, nice, excellent. Look at us. Look at us being friends and subbing to each other's channels. Which I was already subbed to both of your channels, so it's already cool. But whatever. That's cool, man. I'm all over the place with music. I do love some blues and some classic rock. My favorite band growing up was the Doors. Yeah, the Doors. Doors are a solid band. I'm not as into the Doors as a lot of my friends were. I don't dislike the Doors. I actually really do enjoy the Doors, but I don't know. There was something about some of the other bands that were Doors adjacent that I was kind of a little bit more into. But I mean, obviously, the Doors are fantastic because their legacy has you know uh, lasted for decades and decades and decades. So let's get this staff in this dude's hand. Let's see. Uh, there we go. It's a good fit. I do think it's weird that he's on a really skinny buck. Like I feel like a bigger, maybe some stockier legs would have been good. Again, don't dislike the figure. Absolutely love the figure. Let's see. We'll hang this little lantern here. Look at that. Turn him around so you guys can see him. Whoa! No, no, Santa. All right, let's fix him. There we go. Boom. Will I be at Toylanta? I will be at Toylanta. Um, I actually, funny story. I somehow accidentally got a press badge for Toylanta, so I will be there at least 2 out of the 3 days, if not all 3 days. So I'll be there from Friday night for the preview night, and all day Saturday for from open to or lobby swaps, and then we'll see how I'm holding up on Sunday. I actually don't live too far away from the venue. I think I live it's like a 20-25 minute drive for me. So um, oh, nice. You guys got press badges too. Oh yeah, dude. We'll totally like meet up and hang out, give each other a high five, and if you want to pop into one of my videos, dude, you guys are more than welcome to. I always love it whenever people that I meet or have met through the community, whether it be through Twitter or through YouTube, pops in on my videos because I always think the more the merrier for me because it that's how I have fun with it because if it's just me with a camera going, oh, look at this toy, like no one cares. Like I think whenever other people just kind of hop in my video, it makes it more fun for me, and I think it makes it more fun for people who are watching the videos. So, so Jonathan sounds like you, buddy. You just got to come down and come to Toylanta, buddy. You know people, you can hang out. Why don't you come on, man? You don't live that far. Let's just come on. Just hop in the car. Just make it happen. It's in March. So let's see. All right. Now I'm gonna hold them like this. Look at that. This looks really good. Oh man, this looks so good. I'm really glad I backed this figure. And I'm really glad that there wasn't really a lump of coal in this box because I would have been very upset. Hey, you know me, you know the other dude, places to stay. Come on, man. You can make it happen. Come on. Just, yeah, just come on. Just come on. You can make it. Come on. I haven't opened this guy yet. So I know a lot of people were come on, don't fall over. I do think it's weird that they didn't give him um waist like a ball joint at the waist for ab rockers or ab crunch. Let's see. We're going to ATL in January for my birthday to go to Impact Wrestling. Hard to Kill. I've never been to Medieval Times, so we are going to do that. Oh, so that will be over at the Sugarloaf Mills Mall, I believe. It used to be called Sugarloaf Mills. I don't think it's called Sugarloaf Mills anymore. But I have been at that mall, and I've been in the gift shop for Medieval Times, but I haven't actually been to Medieval Times. So that sounds like it'd be a pretty fun. Also, my birthday is not in January, but my birthday is in February, so it's close by. Let's see. All right. So I know that a lot of people were talking about what has been in this bag. I have actually successfully uh, not seen everything that was in this bag. I one of the things was spoiled for me. I think it was like a helmet, but I'm going to open this up. So if you don't want spoilers on what's in here, I'm sorry because I'm going for it. Spoiler number one: a rubber ducky. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make that time lots of fun. Anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna sing the whole song. You get a discount for your birthday, so we can afford it. Oh shit! I didn't know you got a birthday. Damn, I might have to. My. All right, so I'm not gonna be here for my birthday. My wife is surprising me with the gift I already know I'm getting. We're going to Disneyland, so we've not gone to the West Coast. So she's like, "Let's go to Disneyland," because I'm gonna be 40 in February. So for the 40th. Um, but all right, so we got one new Knight's helmet. I don't think I've seen this helmet on any other Mythic Legion. But let's see, that's the underside. That is a nice sculpt. Mm, nice solid piece of plastic there. That's really cool. Let's see what else we have. A little uh, wolf cub here. I don't know if there's a song about a wolf cub that Sesame Street sings about. Otherwise, I would. And oh, look, we get another knight's helmet. I'm not mad at this. This is pretty cool. Got the neck guard right there. They're all solid. Like there's nothing that's articulated on them. Like it doesn't go up or down. Like the visor doesn't go up or down. But that I mean, if you were buying custom pieces from people, painted custom pieces can be 30 or $40 just a piece for this as it is. So, man, I think that that was a very nice surprise and pack in for this set. So, I wish I could figure out, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I am going to go for it. Let's take the staff out of his hand, the holly off of his head, and his head off of his body. And then we will latch this up first. I'm probably doing this completely wrong. If I'm doing it wrong, let me know. Okay. They are very cool extras, man. Like I don't know, like I've never talked with any of the guys at Four Horsemen, but they seem like they're pretty cool. Oh man. Yeah. All right. This this hood. This hood's badass. You might even say this hood fucks. Let's see. I hope there are no kids watching. There's three of you watching. I hope none of you are kids. Let's see. Let's get the holly back on his head. We'll get that hood up. Yeah. I don't know how into Christmas folklore or winter festival folklore you guys are into, but uh, I know that Charles Dickens, when he was writing A Christmas Carol, based his Ghost of Christmas Present off of the ideas of Father Christmas, the British Father Christmas, um, and then like a couple of other like pagan-esque deities. But this is awesome. That's another thing I would love. I would love if they did a three-pack of the Ghosts of Christmas Past, Present, and Christmas Yet to Come, because I love A Christmas Carol. That's also one of my favorite ghost stories. Let's see. It's been spoiled for me. Those helmets are really awesome. Very cool extras. OMG, that's so good. Right? I know it is so good. Ah, I'm very happy that I was able to snag one of these. Looks great. Can't wait to open mine up. You know what would be really awesome if this was reissued, but instead of a red coat, it was a green coat. So I think the green coat would pop on this sucker, man. Oh, that would be so good. I would buy another one just for the green coat. I'm not even gonna lie. 100%. Muppet Christmas Carol for the win. Muppet Christmas Carol for the win. 100%. Damn it, Father Christmas. Um, was the it wasn't the first Muppet movie that I've seen. It was the first one that I was able to see in the theater. And I was very fortunate enough whenever I was starting my museum career that I worked at the Center for Puppetry Arts here in Atlanta, and I was actually hands on with a lot of screen used Muppets. Unfortunately, we didn't have any of the Muppets from Muppet Christmas Carol because I would have gone out of my way to find them, and I wouldn't have been able to photograph them unless they were put on display in the gallery. But I would have loved to have witnessed one in person. Yes, green coat. I'm telling you, dude, green coat. If they make a green coat Father Christmas next year, I'm buying it. It's just I feel like at this point I'm 3 for 3 on all figure obscura figures, and I'm just gonna buy what they put out, like whatever it is. I know, and I don't buy these things to like flip them. I don't buy like I don't do that. I don't buy these things to just put away and sell later. But the one thing like the purchasing security you have with Mythic Legions is if you get it, and you get it in hand and you open it and you don't like it, you can still at least get what you paid for them back. So they hold their value. And so if you want to, I don't see that it as a bad thing taking the risk on some of these things, but I feel like I'm probably all in on the figure obscura stuff. I love anything Muppets. I want to go to that museum, buddy. Let me tell you, it is such a fun museum. I've got stories from when I worked there. I did my internship there, and I worked the museum services. So I talked ad nauseum about Jim Henson and Muppets for 2.5, 3 years, and then I missed that job. It was actually a really fun job. If I could go back to that place and have a full time position there doing whatever it is, I would take it in a heartbeat. I still have friends that work there, so every once in a while I'll swing by and say hey and see what pieces they swapped out. But when I was working there, they were building the addition to the building, which is where the new museum gallery space is currently. So I helped take apart the old exhibit, and I had to, we had to condition check all of the artifacts and all of the objects, put them up in like the storage boxes and the archive boxes, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, and then I got to help out putting all the Muppets in the new gallery space. I helped put up. I didn't put up Big Bird, but I helped Big Bird to put up Big Bird's museum enclosure, which the Big Bird loses a lot of feathers on his costume. So, but man, there's so many fun things about working in that museum, and they have my two favorite Muppets on display. One of which is Kermit. Like obviously, I don't know how you could not love Kermit. But my all time favorite Muppet is Doctor Teeth from the Electric Mayhem. So and we had a Doctor Teeth, so I would always, and whenever I would go in every Saturday morning to open up the museum, I would always pass by Doctor Teeth and just kind of give him a wave and how's it going? So I do miss not being able to see the Muppets free of charge at a on a regular basis. Electric Mayhem. I need to get those Electric Mayhem figures from that Diamond Select did. I have the Statler and the Waldorf figure. I need to get the members of the band. I ended up buying a Kermit and Piggy 2 pack because I got down to like $15 on Amazon. I bought it and it's in this closet over here. I still haven't opened it. I've had it for like 8 months, something like that. So I actually might watch Muppet Christmas Carol tonight. Want those as well. Sometimes you can't. Yeah, you can find it. Like again, I found that Muppet, that Kermit and Piggy 2 pack, and I mean I bought it because I wanted it, but it's those figures come with really good accessories. Like Kermit comes with his banjo, Piggy comes with a whole bunch of like cosmetic stuff. So like a lot of stuff that'll work well with other 6'5", 6" figures. So those are always fun. I hope that they do a Jim Henson figure because I would love to have. I know they did a Funko Pop of Jim Henson, which I have. I'm not really a Funko Pop person per se, just because compared to these things, I can't do anything with a Funko Pop. They're just static figures that just kind of collect dust. I don't dislike them, and I've been given a handful of them for gifts, but I never really go out of my way to grab a Funko Pop. But I do have the Jim Henson one. So, but yeah, not big on the pops. There was this weird time in like 2012 whenever they were starting to blow up in popularity that I was like, I'm gonna get into this, and then so I bought one on a Sunday, and at the end of the week, I had like eight, and I'm like, how the hell did I just spend $80 in a week on these things? And it just happened organically, and I wasn't thinking about it, and I was like, oh shit, I spent $80 in a week on these, and I sat on them for a while, and um, then I was like, "Ah, you know what? These aren't for me." So I ended up selling them. I did buy the one that I wanted to hold on to, one of my cat's names is Baxter von Rorschach. He's a black and white cat, and he's got looks like he has a Rorschach painting on his face. So I got Rorschach from Watchmen in the Funko Pop figure, and I was gonna hold on to that one, but I was like, ah, no, just get them all, just sell them all. The only ones that I have now are ones that have been legitimately given to me as gifts that I would feel bad selling. So almost done with the Marvel Legends, and I'm pretty much done with Black Series. But yeah, I have a lot of opinions on Black Series, um, and I'm a sucker because I keep buying them. So as far as Marvel Legends go, I actually think the Marvel Legends guys are killing it, especially when it comes to all of the X Men stuff. So I have to limit myself on Marvel Legends stuff. So right now I'm just trying to flesh out an X Men shelf, and I did talk myself into doing like a classic '60s Avengers shelf. So I'm kind of being selective on that. But aside from that, I can't go too deep on Marvel Legends. Otherwise, I just wouldn't have any more money to do any of the other stuff. But Black Series, let's see. Hasbro is getting insane with repaints and overpriced. I agree. So I think with Marvel Legends, though, you can get away with it because a lot of those characters have the same body type. So if they're making $1 and then they're like tweaking it with like armbands or paint jobs or different heads or different accessories for different characters, like I can let that slide because I think you're masking the reuse of the same buck over and over again pretty well at that point. So I can let that slide. The thing with the Black Series is that I feel like for a company that has so many franchises, for Hasbro that has Transformers, they have GI Joe, they have Marvel Legends, they have Ghostbusters, they have Power Rangers. Out of and probably arguably the most expensive franchise that they're doing, Lucasfilm Star Wars. For a company that has all of those franchises, the quality of the Star Wars figures compared to, let's say, GI Joe Classified or even Marvel Legends, that's not even close. Like it Black Series or the other two, Marvel Legends and Classified, just completely trounce all over Black Series, and it bothers me that for some reason Black Series just hasn't embraced the double elbow joints or the double knee joints. Now they do have like some of the figures do have double knee, and I think one like a few of them have double elbows, but I don't understand why they don't embrace the double elbow, double knee joint. And that's a big thing for me because like if your price is going up and I'm getting stagnant articulation, then that's not worth the money for me. That being said, I'm going to buy all of those stupid Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary figures because you guys can't see it, but right up here above my desk, I started to buy all of those retro carded Black Series for the 40th of Star Wars and Empire, and I have them all. So now I have to continue. I played myself, is what I did back in 2017. I'm like, oh, I'll just get a few. Now I have them all, and now I have to have them all. Otherwise, I'm going to kick myself. I realized I know what I did, and I also realized that I'm the worst. So, but I feel that as far as quality goes, compared to Classified and Legends, man, like Black Series needs to step up its game. I don't understand why they're sticking with this specific aesthetic and articulation. And to take it one step further, I'm really excited for the Indiana Jones figures that are coming out because I've wanted 6-inch Indiana Jones figures forever. And it's the same team doing those figures. And I could just tell, like looking at the figure, I'm like, it's the same sculptors who do all of the Black Series stuff, and I'm bummed because it's going to have that Black Series articulation, and I want something more from it. I don't think the figures look bad per se, but I feel like their articulation is not up to par. That was a tangent. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off hard on that. Hasbro's getting insane with the repaints and overpriced items. I love my 90s comic book figures. Need a few X-Men and villains. I'm about 4 or 5 short. I need an Omega Red, I need a Psylocke. I need Bishop. I need a Magneto. And I think that's it. I think that might be it. I'm probably forgetting like one or two, but those are the main four that I need. Only Marvel stuff I get now is because of the box art, VHS style, and the retro card backs. I get the retro card back stuff too, but again, I open all of mine. So, oh, the Dark Phoenix, I have the Dark Phoenix on pre-order. So I would like a an actual Phoenix to go with my Dark Phoenix. So, uh, recently got an Omega Red and the Saber Tooth I was missing. I picked up a Saber Tooth, not the one from the recent X-Men line, the one that looks like what's his face? The guy who plays the Green Goblin. Um, Willem Dafoe. I didn't get that one. There was a Saber Tooth from a few years ago. I think it was it's either the Juggernaut wave or the Warlock Build a Figure wave. I was able to find one of those for a good price. I think I paid like 25 or 30 for it to open. So I was able to snag that one. I do need that Omega Red. And the thing about that is like I had that Omega Red and I didn't open it because before the pandemic hit and I jumped back in, like I bought a couple of Marvel Legends and for some reason I never opened them. And I don't know why. Um, I never intended to leave them in the package, but I guess I did. I just forgot about them. But during the pandemic in 2020, when everything was shut down, um, I was spring cleaning around this room, and I saw that, and I'm like, I don't need those. So I sold the Omega Red, and I sold a Beast. I had a Beast in the box. Um, I've since repurchased the Beast at a very good price before the lab coat Beast was announced, but I still need that Omega Red. J Dub Show. Hey, playa. Guys, let me give a shout out to my buddy Jason. He does a Star Wars collecting podcast called Smuggler's Galaxy. Go check it out. It's very good. I've been on a couple of episodes. Jason is awesome. Jason, right up here, my friend, you can see the Christmas gift that you gifted me, the Boba Fett throne, right here with Mr. B Fett himself sitting on top of my Star Wars shelf right here. So Apocalypse Wave. That was the one. That was the one. I didn't get the Build a Figure Apocalypse, but I did get that recent deluxe Apocalypse that has the animated um the animated colors on it, which I actually prefer, and it's a really cool figure. So let's see. Apocalypse Wave, I do believe. Playa. Wolverine is my favorite character, so I need all his villains. Hey man, no, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm a Gambit guy myself. I'm from South Louisiana, so I feel like being from down the bayou, I have to support other characters that are from down the bayou, which is why I love Swamp Thing because the Swamp Thing comics actually take place in my hometown. Um, but I'm a Gambit guy and a Nightcrawler guy myself. But I love all X Men equally. Looks gorgeous in your room. Thank you, my friend. This is the Star Wars. I actually am gonna probably need to figure out what to do with all of these Star Wars figures. Not that I'm gonna get rid of them or anything. I feel like I need more space for them. So, but hey, Jason, check it out. I got the Father Christmas figure. Look at that. It wasn't a lump of coal after all in the box. I'm heading to bed. You boys have fun. Need to plan a trip down there for sure. Yes, let's make it happen. You know where to find me. You know how to get in touch with me. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's go. It is an awesome figure. I know you just kind of popped in, but it's got a nice cloth tunic under it, and then this has a very nice velvety red coat, and it comes with a whole bunch of like a bag of toys, a literal bag of toys. Take it easy, Jonathan. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out and chatting, man. You have a good night. Also, I hope you're feeling better, man. I saw that you were feeling a little under the weather. So have a good night. I have been doing this for an hour and 20 minutes. Oh my God. I should probably go make dinner. So I actually think I will end up ending the stream here. So Destination Stone, Nostalgia Unboxed, Jason, Waltograms, uh, Rolando. I'm sorry, I keep messing up this gentleman's name. Rolando. I feel bad. I'm gonna have to convert that to memory. I should know better. Um, the unboxing video was hilarious. I watched it and was silent for like literally 30 seconds. All of a sudden, I started laughing for a few minutes. Thanks, man. I was sitting on that idea for a couple of days and I had to wait to open this because I wanted to film that video, but I also had to film it. I had to like time filming it really quick. Also, that I actually dropped, I had to go buy coal to make that video happen. So I bought like a $6 bag of charcoal to make it happen. Have a good night, dude. That was great talking to you. Thanks, man. I appreciate you swinging by and chatting and hanging out for almost an hour and a half. Thank you so much. So, Jason, have a good night, my friend. I'm sure we'll chat with you soon. So, thank you all for watching. I'm going to say what I say at the end of my videos. You could have done anything tonight. This is a live stream, so you could have literally been doing anything other than watching YouTube, and especially other than watching me, this overgrown man child, unbox a toy. So I thank you for your time. I really appreciate you coming and watching the video, and for the few likes that I got. So thank you so much. We'll catch you in the next video. See you real soon. Stay spooky.